So today is October the 24th, 2018. A lot of stuff going on in the news today, real or imagined. Yesterday, as you may know, we had a bomb left at George Soros's mailbox in a billion-dollar neighborhood. Somebody left a bomb in his mailbox. Didn't nobody see it? Okay. So today we have suspicious packages sent to Time Warner Center, Clinton, and Obama. We had all kind of stuff going on. Suspicious packages, potential explosive devices were mailed to Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, liberal billionaire George Soros, former CIA Director John Brennan, and former Attorney General Eric Holder over the past few days. And CNN was also evacuated because there was a report of an explosive device. The device addressed to Brennan was mailed to the CNN office at Time Warner Center in New York City. The return addresses of many of the packages had the return address of Representative Debbie Wasserman Schultz's address. So that's kind of odd. Why, well, I'm sure they probably just did that for grins, but, you have a statement from Debbie Wasserman Schultz. This appalling attack on our democracy must be vigorously prosecuted. Like she should be getting vigorously prosecuted, but she's not. So I don't know about this thing, man. It just reminds me of the House of Cards. Life imitating art, or is it art imitating life? Which one is it? But it's definitely something to keep an eye on. And as usual, when these kinds of things happen, it's sad to say that we have to question the validity, but it just, it just doesn't smack of reality to me. If you know history, if you know how things work, how these elites do their business, then you have to question this. So, but I know there are millions of Americans who have been indoctrinated, brainwashed, or just don't want to know the truth, who sit around and watch television all day, or not all day, but as often as they can, watch the mainstream media. And this is like steak. They're eating it up. So we just gotta, keep an eye on this. Plus, we've got the the caravan from Honduras on the way here. These people, I guess thousands of them woke up one morning and decided we're all going to walk to America from Honduras. That's a pretty good little hump. And we've had reports that people they're handing out money. And that was my first question. That's a long walk. Where are they getting food, water, shelter, money? You're talking about walking across a country. Mexico is not a small country. So you're walking, probably through a lot of dry, arid areas. So, yeah, that if you look at see some of the pictures that have been posted, I saw one where there was a flatbed truck with people riding on the back of it. Didn't look like they were too downtrodden or too beat up or too worn out from that long walk. And then if you look closely into the crowd, you see a lot of young men, 25. I'm not sure how old they are, but they're not little boys and they're not senior citizens. I'll put it like that. So that's something else to keep our eye on. What else do we got on CNN today? I'd just like to see what CNN says. So, the Dow plunges 600 points. And that's, on the other day, that would be top line news. But we have all these bombs going around. And so the Dow dropping 600 points takes a little bit of a back seat So what else happened? Somebody won the $1.5 billion Mega Million jackpot. Single ticket, South Carolina. I got people down there too, but not in that area. What the heck is that? Okay, you got to go. Yeah. Yep. Dow plunges 600 points. That's big. And if you've been following the market, there have been a couple other huge swings. I think a couple of weeks ago it was down 500 and then 300. So if you notice a trend, this is, if you know anything about the history of the market and this type of volatility, it does not bode well at this time of year in October. October is traditionally, for lack of a better word, just bad time for the market. So we'll just have to see what goes on here. Hopefully, maybe the plunge protection team will get back in there and pump it up, pump it up, get things back to normal. But you know, you can only keep sinking ship afloat for so long. You know, and after the 2008 banking crisis, that's when the system probably should have failed. They should have just let it fail at that point and rebuild. But, you know, they came in and said, well, if we go down, there's going to be riots in the streets, and Congress got scared or whatever. And they approved the bailout. I always said, if they were going to bail somebody out, why didn't they just pay off everybody's mortgage? That would have put money back in people's pockets. Would have put money into the economy. Might not have been so well the banks would have got paid back because they, you know, people had their mortgages paid off. But, yeah. So anyway, we'll have to see what goes on with that because, if you keep your eye on the market, this volatility is not looking good. What else we got going on here? Tracy Chapman sues Nicki Minaj. Let's see, what the heck? Tracy Chapman, I used to like her music too. So she sued Nicki Minaj for copyright infringement relating to the song Sorry, which Chapman alleges incorporates the lyrics and vocal melody from her song Baby Can I Hold You Without Permission. Okay, I'll have to check that out and see what they say about that. I haven't heard that song. I don't listen to Nicki Minaj's music at all, so I'm sure I can go out and do a YouTube search and find the song. And like I said, I was a big Tracy Chapman fan back in the 80s when she first came out. Haven't followed her career too much lately, but we shall see. I think there was one other thing I wanted to talk about too while we were here. The FBI warns the public to stay vigilant. Well, they're not trying to bomb us. They after these politicians. So I don't think the people got anything to worry about. Wow, 2 people killed in the Kroger shooting. Man, what the heck is going on? 2 killed at Kroger in Kentucky. What do they say here? 2 people were shot and killed at a Kroger store in Jeffersontown, Kentucky, the police chief said on Wednesday. Suspect is in custody, according to Chief Sam Rogers. There was no known motive, and it appears the victims were shot at random. Wow. Unidentified suspect entered the store and fired multiple shots at a man inside, killing him. The suspect left, encountered a woman in the parking lot, and fatally shot her. An unarmed citizen in the parking lot, an unnamed armed citizen in the parking lot, exchanged fire with the suspect. Neither was struck. The suspect fled the scene. Okay, so we had a good guy with a gun. But this is, man. Wow. What is going on, man? America is America's is on the edge. It's on the brink of something. You know, we got Trump pulling out of every treaty that he can think of. Now, pulling out of the TPP, I wasn't too unhappy about that, because if you know what the TPP was about, you would not be you'd not be unhappy about it either. And it amazed me that Obama and Hillary were pushing it. Obama was pushing it so hard. And then when some of it leaked out, you find out that the congressman could go into a room. They couldn't take any cell phones. They couldn't take any notes. They could read the agreement, but after they came out, they couldn't talk to anybody about it. Now, that makes no sense. If you have nothing to hide, if it's such a great treaty, you should be blasting it from the rooftops. So that right there tells me there was something to hide. But that was Obama's baby, and he was pushing it hard. And when Trump canceled that, I was like, yeah, that needed to go. He pulled us out of the climate accord. And again, you do your research, climate has always been changing. Now, whether it has been man-made, whether this is man-made or not, that's a question. That's questionable. And some of the things that I've read, some of the stuff from the Club of Rome, some other documentation on it indicate that, as with everything else, that they try to get us to scare us into accepting it. It's not all this cracked up to be. I'll just put it like that. Do your own research. Don't take my word for it. But I was not unhappy when we got pulled out of that one either. Now, this latest treaty with the Russians, the intermediary nuclear treaty that Trump pulled us out because he claimed Russia had been violating the treaty. Didn't give any details on what was done, just said Russia was violating it and they were pulling out. Well, how do we know what they did or if they were violating it? And if they were, why didn't we go to the why don't we renegotiate the treaty or something? You're just going to pull out. I think I've heard some commentary that China was not a signatory to that treaty, so the U.S. is more afraid of China getting a jump up, getting a heads up on them. But it just goes like these governments. Why are they so always trying to fight? There's always tension here, tension there. If you and I were not people in China and the people in the United States, they probably don't want to fight each other, but our governments do. So think about that. So let's see what else we got going on here, man. 7 children dead in New Jersey virus outbreak. Oh, man. So in New Jersey, 7 children dead in virus outbreak at a New Jersey facility. 7 children have died as a result of adenovirus at the Wanakee Center for Nursing and Rehabilitation in Haskell, New Jersey. The facility has been instructed not to admit any new patients until the outbreak ends, and they are in full compliance. The timing of the deaths is not clear. The health department was notified of respiratory illness at the center on October 9th, and Wanakee sent parents of children at the facility letters about the infection on October 19th, according to Nicole Kurgan at New Jersey Department of Health. We're spending all this money in wars, all this money on foreign aid, all this money to blow up Yemen, blow up Syria, blow up Iran and Iraq, and God knows where else. But we can't take care of the United States. And right now, the adenovirus symptoms similar to flu, pink eye, can remain infectious on surface and door handles, and says the vaccine available only to military recruits. Well, I bet that's going to change. but it probably won't. They don't care about the people. They don't care about the soldiers either after they come back. They just want them to put their uniform on and go fight for America. Well, anyway, I think that's about to do it, man. That's been bad news for one day. But yeah, this bomb thing, this suspicious packages, don't seem something tells me we have not seen the end of this. So get your popcorn, stay on CNN, and find out what's going on, bro. Cause I guarantee you we ain't seen the end of this. All right, peace.